Hi, I'm Kalika Tripathi. I live in Dubai. I'm originally from India and I've been living in Dubai for about 25 years now. Prior to joining WCA, I would say my biggest challenge was not knowing that I had a challenge, but somehow I'm from the corporate world, and somehow each and every one of my line managers in the last 25 years of my career have been able to spot that. And at different points in time, they'd be telling me not so much to push harder because I'd push very hard, but to think bigger. So go big, Kalika. Have a bigger vision. What do you want to do? What do you envisage for the team or for the company? And I had accepted the fact, kind of self-fulfilling prophecy, that I am a great doer. I'm a great implementer of other people's vision, people who are greater than me. And I reached a point in my career where it was either break through to the next level or else plateau out. I accepted plateauing out. I accepted it almost as some sort of success, that I have reached my peak. It didn't feel right. It didn't ring true. And therefore, I, for the first time in my 25-year career, found myself at a crossroads where why didn't it feel great if I had accepted that this is my peak? It's at that juncture that I started seeking answers. So in my 25-year-long career, I would say I've been trained a lot. I've been with very large corporates, and they all have huge training budgets. And as you rise through each level of the corporate ladder, there are different kinds of training. And as you get senior, most of them, as a team leader, they're focused on leadership characteristics, how to be a better leader. And I used to say this kind of in jest to my friends, but I know that I believed it, that I'm one of the most overtrained people that I know, and there are many other people like me, millions of us in the corporate world who are in a similar state. Initially, I was very inspired by everything I saw from Tim about the WCA, and I began really strong on the program from home. And then subsequently, as it often happens in life, things at work and things in life started looking up. I got a new job, new role, new line manager, all very inspiring, and I kind of dropped off the wagon of this program. I'd even forgotten that I signed up for the next WCA because I signed up a year ago. Yeah, I reached a point of comfort. When this reminder popped up, I had to plan very quickly, turn things around in my new job, and my new line manager is super supportive, so I got the support to come here. Having been overtrained through my career, what I was expecting was some more training, and I was ready to commit. What I was not expecting is to be deconstructed. And I mean that in the most humble way, to actually come face to face with all the, excuse the French, but with all the bullshit I had been feeding myself for so many decades. And which is not to say, not to take away from my career or the path that I had. That is absolutely the path I want to be on. That career is what I want to continue with. I am in the right place at the right time with the right manager in the right company. But I wasn't right in terms of my vision. I hadn't allowed myself to think as big as I should be and to have a plan to get there. So that has been the biggest surprise to me, is that I am living my dream and I might end up self-sabotaging it, because deep down inside, I wasn't ready for it. And this program has made all the difference. The biggest breakthrough for me was amongst the self-limiting beliefs, to discover my fundamental self-limiting belief, which was rooted in my culture. And the reason why it was a breakthrough is because I've been brought up in a very open-minded household with immense freedom, no chains of any sort, no compulsions to pursue or not pursue a particular kind of career. So I always imagined that I was very free. But the worst chains are those that we impose on ourselves. So I forgot that this is the family I grew up in. They never imposed any chains on me. But I also grew up in a larger culture, and I kind of self-imposed those self-limiting beliefs that I cannot rise above a certain level of discipline, above a certain level of performance, above a certain level of success. And my level of success was defined by benchmarks, which actually once I came here and I broke through my barriers, I realized those are not my benchmarks. My benchmark is entirely different. And that was my biggest breakthrough and allowed me to actually picture that future self and set that vision. What I would say to that person is that if you're at a place in your life where either you have big challenges which you're aware of, or you're in a place like me where there's no major challenge, things are good, you have most of your goals in place, family life is nice, work is great, great salary coming in, and you have pretty much everything that you want, but it doesn't feel enough. I'll speak to that set of people because that's who I was before I came here. You need to do this because being satisfied with the status quo is the first step towards going downhill. And I would never have realized that had I not come here. I would have just coasted along. So I was drifting, not even realizing that I'm drifting, because a lot of people externally were telling me, you're great, you're doing so well, look at that role, look at that promotion, like so proud of you, you're working with a great company. All of that is true, but internally, I knew that it's not enough, and I knew that more importantly, I'm not doing enough. So if you feel at some certain moments in your life that this is kind of easy, everything is okay, but why does it feel so easy? You need to come here and break those barriers and get deconstructed, because perhaps like I was, maybe you're giving yourself some, BS, a little bit of BS, or like I was, a lot of BS. I'm okay and everything is okay because it was just getting too comfortable. Because for those of us where life is comfortable, we have a destiny, we have a purpose, we need to give back. And that starts with yourself. Give this to yourself as a gift. As for the dancing and all of it, it's just part of the process. So different methodologies, different disciplines have a path that you need to walk, whether it's for your religion or whether it's for training yourself to achieve a certain kind of leadership goal. Those are just the muscle strengthening stages. It's kind of like that. The real work happens between you and your notebook, those moments of silence. And it's really all the difference between the old you and the new you. I got to meet who I'm going to be, and it blew me away.